Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
Welcome to Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. We have a wonderful guest today, Dr. Angela Harden-Mack, who loves a bit of women's empowerment. I know I do, so I'm really looking forward to a great conversation today. We are streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. We're also on the E360 TV network. We're also on mspnewsglobal.com, Apple TV, Fire TV, Android TV, Roku, and many more. And we're also on Business Innovators Radio Network. I just want to make an official shout out to our show sponsors, Dreamweaver, Artist, Ranch. Let's bring in our incredible guest, Dr. Angela Harden-Mack. Dr. Angela, welcome to Brilliance Business.
Thank you, Mark. I am so excited to be here with you today. It's 11 o'clock Eastern time where I am. Thank you, and hello to your audience.
I'm really looking forward to a conversation with you today, Dr. Angela. But firstly, just share with our audience a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yes, I'm Dr. Angela Harden-Mack, the women's empowerment coach and manifestation expert. I am so excited to empower women, and I serve professional women, helping them to solve those work-life conflicts so that they could live great lives without sacrificing family, freedom, or wellness. That's my story, and that's what I've been able to accomplish, and super excited to help other women do the same.
I love it. So share, Dr. Angela, what is women's empowerment?
Yeah, that's an important question. Empowerment, think about it. That means to help someone to be empowered, to have the ability to do. And women's empowerment is so important because women all over the world for thousands of years have not always had equal rights. They have not always had protection, and opportunities have not always been available. So being in society where we could talk about rights and personal development and opportunities key. And with the company that I founded, Live Great Lives, Women's Empowerment Coaching, we specifically address those challenges and inequalities and obstacles that professional women who work experience. So they can be developed and shine and look for and shine in those opportunities.
I love it. It's all about shining in life, Dr. Angela. And tell us, how do you empower women?
Yes, well, I have a blueprint and I have a formula that helps women to live great lives. We talk about solving those conflicts. And with this formula, the 5 steps and a blueprint, I help women to focus on wellness. I'm a physician. That's part of what I love to do. Leadership, personal leadership, and those leadership qualities, and talk about how to show up to be authentic and thrive and shine. So looking forward to it. And I have several things with that blueprint and that formula.
So tell us how you work with your clients, Dr. Angela. How do you support them? And I'd like to also talk a little bit about manifestation, because I am a big advocate of manifestation. I use it in my own life as well. I'm a big fan of all of the cast of The Secret movie, which is all about law of attraction, manifestation. But also I'm a big Neville Goddard fan as well, which is law of assumption. And I find that very, very powerful, knowing that everything we want is already inside of us. So you talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so I'll first start with how I empower women. So I am a speaker, international keynote speaker. I'm a writer. I'm also a coach. And so my career, I'm so fortunate and excited that my career of empowering, motivating, helping spans more than 25 years. So speaking, and when we get into manifestation, the word is so important. There's power in the word. So through speaking, I'm able to motivate and inspire and encourage women to look at the positive. Life gives us all lemons, but we have to reframe it and talk about lemonade. through my writing, the same thing, the written word, when we read it, meditate on it, focus, we have clarity, and we can embody that word and we speak it out. So through the speaking, the writing, and coaching, helping individuals to reframe, to turn, to tap into the potential that's there, to help really discover and have that potential revealed. So important. We all need that. We can do things alone, and we often try, but we do so much more. We can accomplish so much more and accomplish it faster, working with mentors and coaches, those individuals who can help us to, just make it through those difficulties and challenges, and we can get right there. So that word is so key.
Coaching and mentoring is really important. It can really help to take you to that next level. And I agree, the words that we speak, our self-talk is so, so important. And like you say, the written words as well. I use a technique called scripting. I don't know whether you do that yourself, where you script out what you want to happen as though it's already happened, and you're rewiring your mind to create the reality that you would like to create. And visualization is really powerful as well, isn't it, Dr. Angela?
Yes, you hit on right those things that are so important. Scripting, yes, exactly. I have journals, different journals for different things, and visioning, to actually see ourselves again as if we were right here, real time, living, experiencing, enjoying what we want, enjoying our desires. It's absolutely amazing.
We're definitely on the same path, Dr. Angela. Now, workplace challenges, which are a real problem for professional women. So I would like to ask, what are common challenges women face in the workplace, Dr. Angela?
Yes. So we know that there are careers that are male dominated. And so medicine, for example, I'm a physician. So many of the individuals in a career many of the positions won't necessarily be occupied by women. And so when we are discussing or looking at certain professions that are male dominated, it is not always, I'm not going to say it's ever, but it may not be as easy for women to get into those careers. We also know that when we talk about management and when we talk about senior leadership, the quote is only 3 to 4% of women occupy, especially those senior positions. So as a woman is climbing the career ladder, depending on the career profession, the number of visible females who are before her or above her on the career ladder, that number often is smaller compared to what is available for men. We also know in studies and some of the resources tell us that in order to be promoted on the career ladder, that first step, really getting into management is key. So once you get on the ladder, that first rung, you're in place to go up. But we have to make sure women get to that first ladder. And then the pace at which women are promoted may be slower than what a man experiences. So we got to get women, we have to get women on the ladder, get that first one, and then those resources and opportunities and mentorships and sponsorships and things available to help the ladies get to that next level. That kind of makes sense? Okay.
And stress can hold us back in life from achieving the things that we want to achieve. It can keep you up at night. It can cause stress, anxiety, depression. So what kind of women do you help, Dr. Angela? Is it women in the workplace or is it entrepreneurs as well?
It's both. It's, workplace. We have ladies who are entrepreneurs. Many women, it's not either or, especially when you start with your business. It may be that the lady is a dualpreneur. She has a job, she has a career, and she's building her company at the same time. Many ladies are mompreneurs. I was a mompreneur. I still am, a mompreneur. So you're building your family, raising children while pursuing while pursuing their aspirations of a business and or a higher position on the career ladder. So it's not just one, but again, any woman who's looking and working and building her company, her business, her career. Those are the ladies that we serve.
No wonder you're so happy, Dr. Angela, supporting all these women and making them shine. Dr. Angela, we just need to go to a commercial break, so please stay where you are. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for part one of Brilliance Business TV, Conversations with Leading Experts in Business. We're in conversation with Dr. Angela Harden-Mack. Stay tuned for part two.
Hello, this is Stephen Buckner, and just wanted to tell you I support the Dreamweaver project. It's a great project where, artists such as myself will be able to come together and basically collaborate and to have a retreat to feel accepted and welcome. And that's something that artists here and around the world could always benefit from. So I just want to say, please support the Dreamweaver project. I think it's for a great cause, and I salute all the independent artists out there and artists that are signed as well, and have a wonderful day.
Welcome back to Brilliance Business TV, Conversations with Leading Experts in Business. We're in conversation with Dr. Angela Harden-Mack. Welcome back, Dr. Angela.
Hello.
So we have touched on some of the challenges in the workplace which professional women go through, and a little bit about stress. So just tell us, what is stress and how does stress impact professional women?
Yeah, so when we, several minutes ago talked about, that was just a snippet of a couple of the challenges that women face. Balancing working and balancing a family. And stress is something that many professionals experience, men and women. Women, we have it just a little bit more because we're balancing both. Stress is our response, and we all have stress. So if someone says, I never have stress, no, we do. We all have stress because it's the body's response to things that require more time and attention and energy. We have, and those are stressors. So stressors can be positive. We think about a new job, buying a home, expecting a baby, a new relationship, planning for promotion. These are things that require more of our attention, more of our time and effort. And think about when we get pumped and excited because that adrenaline is going. So stress is not always something that drains us. Stress can actually empower us. Then we have those stressors that are just the opposite. They do drain us, those things that are not positive. It could be problems on the job, problems, before I've had neighbors that were not the best, relationship problems, health challenges, the pandemic. We all over the world have experienced and have been touched some way by this, if not us directly, our families, our friends. So these stressors that drain us. And so stress can be felt in our bodies. It can cause fatigue. It could cause us to be tired, to feel anxious. Sometimes we can even visibly see that we're, tapping the leg or we're jittery. Our concentration mentally may be decreased. Our moods, someone can be irritable. Someone can be very quick-tempered. Someone can be easily offended. And so when stress is short-term, couple of minutes, a couple of hours, we can easily get back to that balance. But when stress is longer, our balance is off. The body is always working to maintain balance. That medical term is homeostasis. And so it's always looking to balance. And when something impacts that balance, think about a scale or even like a teeter-totter seesaw, the longer that imbalance is there, the body is then compensating. And compensation is not always the best, and it brings about some other things. So stress is real, and stress impacts all of us. And stress can be short-term, just something is minor, but it can be pretty significant. And women, again, until we get our balance and get that rhythm that's just right for us, we're constantly striving to gain that balance, rebalance. I'm working, I'm building my career, my family, and it can be pretty significant.
You mentioned so many different stresses there, and it just makes you realize how life can really take hold of you if you don't know how to really combat some of these problems, because there are techniques and practices that you can use that do help us to get through some of these challenges. So my next question, Dr. Angela, burnout, it's so common in the workplace and especially in the entrepreneurship world. I've been known to burn myself out at times. So what is burnout and why is it important to prevent burnout?
Yes, burnout is significant. And I'm a business person, I'm a coach, I'm a physician, and I started my career as that. Burnout is so significant that every year in the medical field, there are conversations, there are education talks and events for us because it's real. Burnout is extreme exhaustion. So if we think about stress, and as I mentioned before, stress can be minor, it can be short term, then we can have moderate and something of a slightly longer duration. Stress can be chronic and severe. So when we talk about, if we think about things going on a scale of intensity, this is mild, this is moderate, this is severe. Think about burnout as the greatest part. It's even more than that. It's extreme exhaustion and emotional exhaustion, not just in our bodies, but emotional exhaustion. And then there's that disconnect. And that's part where an individual cannot really be tapped into in that joy and excitement that the career, their job was doing before. So it's not just fatigue. We all, again, can be tired. And it's not just chronic stress, but it's more than that. So it's a syndrome. It's a combination of things: extreme exhaustion, again, emotional exhaustion, that disconnect, and then loss of that enjoyment of that career, that job, whatever that thing that was bringing us joy, it's that loss of that. And you just kind of like don't care, apathetic, and check out.
It's really important, the work you're doing, Dr. Angela, to really support women to grow, to shine, and to get through some of these problems that are so common. They are really common problems, what a lot of people go through. It doesn't matter what level you're at, you can still get stressed, you can still get burnout. And in fact, the higher you get, you're under even more stress. So it's important we have people like you to support us through some of these challenges. Now, I know you offer a free guide as well. Who is this guide perfect for? Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so this guy, I serve through my company, Professional Women. So this is just for, again, specifically for the women. And it is one that helps women if you definitely know that you are overextended, you're overwhelmed. And this helps with that because I've been talking about the work-life conflict, talk about the balancing and rebalancing. And women, we're nurturers, we're givers. And the more someone wants to excel and achieve things, we tend to fall into certain categories. I want to do all and be all. I want to do that. And it's very easy to become overextended. The schedules are just so full. And before you know it, that woman can end up where she's juggling multiple plates and it feels as if she's walking a tightrope. So the guide helps with that. It's like, help, I'm overloaded. And, there's a picture of a woman in a suit and with different things. It's like, if this is what you're feeling, if this right now is what you are experiencing, this guide can be one of the first steps, if not the first step, to say, whoa, okay, I know that I'm off balance. I know there's some things going on in life. I want to make a change. I need to make a change. So this guide can help with that. Some things that you can write in. The website is there where you can go access it. And then that can be, just take that breath and believe, oh my goodness, sometimes just recognizing, this is where I am. Like, oh my gosh. And I think the other thing is that I'm not alone, and that's what I want to say to the ladies. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You are strong. And for you to get help and get a guide, it in no means says that you are not strong, that you cannot do this. It's saying that you care about you and that self-care and that self-love. And it helps you to just woosah and take that breath and get that help that you need. I know we didn't talk about manifestation. I don't know if we'll get to that, but this too can be part of that, Mark. So the guide is there.
So I would encourage all those women out there who have connected with Dr. Angela today, get your free guide. You have nothing to lose. Go to www.livegreatlivesgift.com. That's www.livegreatlivesgift.com. That's livegreatlivesgift.com. Did you want to add anything about manifestation, Dr. Angela?
Yes, I know we both are so excited about that. Manifestation is a process. I like to keep things real simple and understand. I think at the foundation and think that it is about creating and cultivating environments that can bring about your great good. We all have been created for purpose, for greatness, to do good works and to live a great life. And so manifestation, we think about, it's like, what are my dreams? What are my desires? What are my aspirations? Create those environments. We talked about scripting. We talked about visioning. You have to have time to be still and imagine and be intentional. And then making sure that our thoughts, our desires, our emotions, our words come together and they're aligned. You can't say, I want to be wealthy and go, oh, I'm broke. Or I want to have a big house and go, man. So we have to make sure things come together. Positivity, our expectations, and our environment. So we create those environments and then we grow them and cultivate them. And so for women, that means too, that work-life conflict, we want to create environments. We develop that skill set, that mindset that then allows us to believe, expect, we attract and allow, and then our great goodness is manifested. So I like to think of open hands, like I'm ready. This is a signal. I'm ready for my great goodness and open arms, abundance. I'm ready to receive, and there's no limit.
You couldn't have said it any better, Dr. Angela. I agree with everything you just said, and anything is possible. Nothing is impossible if you have that belief and know that God is within us all. Dr. Angela, I thoroughly enjoyed having a conversation with you today. Thank you so much for being my guest on Brilliance Business TV.
Thank you. It has been my pleasure, and your audience again, great. And pray that things that were said today are inspiring and will motivate you. And you can take that deep breath and release, and then again position yourself to get that balance and to be ready to receive your great goodness.
I thoroughly enjoyed having a conversation with you today, Dr. Angela. Thank you, everyone, for watching Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. And what a conversation we have had today. Manifestation, stress, burnout, women empowerment. I have thoroughly enjoyed today's show with Dr. Angela Harden-Mack.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.